Today, the guys will be doing a blind review of Trader Joe's Kentucky Bourbon Straight Whiskey. This bourbon is exclusively sold at Trader Joe's stores and is sourced from an unknown distillery. This bourbon is aged for at least 5 years and comes in at 90 proof. We paid $15 for our bottle with an average retail price of $16. As always, your prices may vary. Enjoy.
Thanks, Joyce. I'm Josh.
I'm Keith.
And I'm Eric.
And we're going to drink this whiskey and tell you what we think.
Oh, thank goodness I'm not repulsed by it.
I am.
Sharpie.
Funky Sharpie.
Funky Sharpie. Usually when we get Sharpie on a whiskey, we enjoy the whiskey.
That's true. That is very true.
I am getting Sharpie. I'm getting like Sharpie mixed with those markers that were like scented from our childhood.
The Mr. Scent markers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The lime one.
Exactly. Yes.
Not lime like the fruit. Artificial lime.
All right, I'm going in.
So the more I smell it, though, it is developing into a normal whiskey smell.
Oh my gosh, is that smooth.
That is delicious. And that finish.
The finish was vacant for me on that one.
See, I think that finish just lasts and lasts and lasts. And it's like buttery popcorn with like a spiced note on the finish. Honestly, the finish might be the best thing about this whiskey. Like, normally the finish is just like an afterthought.
The finish is very good. Nice, well-timed. It's a long finish, but not long as in, okay, you can finish anytime now.
Simple, delicious whiskey.
It's not overly complex. It is straightforward.
Crushable.
It is crushable.
Yeah, it does what you're asking it to do.
It's getting fruitier.
I'm still letting the water sit.
Yeah, I haven't drank any, but the nose is fruitier.
Come on for a sip. I don't care. There you go.
I'm going, ooh.
That changed, but I liked it. Got a little tobacco-y.
It's toasty.
Yeah. Well, I almost say a little tobacco-y, though. I'm going to say tobacco.
Oh, I will agree with you on the tobacco.
Oh, a spicy cigar.
You got Sumatra.
I'm getting more like a tobacco and like tea.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Tea. Yeah, I'm getting tea.
Like a heavy... What's the orange stuff they add to tea?
Orange Pico.
No, that's definitely not it.
Orange stuff they add to tea?
It tastes
orange
like
rind?
Burgundy. No, not burgundy.
I do know what you're going for. Bergamot.
Bergamot. Like a bergamot. Yeah, orange bergamot.
Yeah, okay.
Tobacco and orange bergamot tea.
So this would be a good whiskey to have with a tea and a cigar.
This might have gotten better with water.
It's definitely at least equal.
I think
it's at least equal.
I think the finish fell off, but the nose and palate got slightly better.
With the spices, and I'm getting a touch of honey on this as well. I'm thinking hot toddy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, we're going to move into ratings. We're going to talk about the nose, palate, and finish on a scale of 0 to 5.
On the nose, better with water, but that first sniff, even without the water, super inviting. Straightforward. I'm going to give it a 4 on the nose. On the palate, it follows through. Great notes. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Also better with water. I'm going to give it a 4.5 on the palate. And on the finish, I actually think this is this whiskey's strong suit. I'm giving it a 4.5. I don't think it's quite... It is a high 4.5, where the palate's a medium 4.5.
This is a nice, solid whiskey across the board. Great nose, great finish, great palate. I'm going to go 4s across the board with this. 4.5 on the finish. I really, really, really like this finish, just like Eric did.
So not 4s across the board. I don't know what's up with me today because I'm giving this 4.5s across the board.
That's only a half point better than what I did.
I know, but I never... Like, this is
You never go.
I never go higher than you
us.
guys, and I'm doing this twice in a row now.
Twice in a row.
We're going to move on to guesses. We're going to talk about what kind of whiskey we think this is, what we think the proof is, what we think the retail price is, and how much we would want to pay for a bottle of this whiskey.
This is an 84 proof bourbon. It is retailing for $16. I'd be willing to pay $20. Don't look at me with your disgust.
Go ahead.
24 retail. I'd pay 22 to 24. 86 proof. And I'm going to say it's a dang good Irish.
I'm going bourbon. I'm going minimum 90 proof. Minimum.
Oh, that's what your disgust was about, was my 84 proof.
Bourbon, minimum 90 proof. I'm thinking maybe even 100. I'm going to say that I'd be willing to pay at least 25, if not maybe 30. I'm going to say that retails for 28. Let's go and figure out what this is. Today, we drank...
Is that the other Trader Joe's?
Yep. So I decided to go to Trader Joe's Day. I was with 90 proof, though. That tasted incredible.
That did taste incredible.
For a $15 bottle.
$15.
But I was not getting bourbon notes. But that's me.
I was getting bourbon notes.
I was getting enough bourbon notes.
So this is Trader Joe's Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It is 40. This is 90 proof. It's distilled by Bourbon Square Distilling Company in Louisville, Kentucky. Distilled by. That's interesting phrasing.
Why is that interesting phrasing?
Well, if you said usually it would be like produced by, if it was sourced. This says distilled by. So they're saying this is distilled by this company in this town in Kentucky. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of distilleries there, but theoretically, if you can figure out where that company is, you can figure out which distillery that's associated with. Some people believe this is Barton, which we like. We like Barton. Not the flavors I get on Barton, though. This taste reminded me much more of either Old Forester, which is by Brown Foreman, or the Fighting Cock, which is from Heaven Hill. Barton kind of like goes...
I could see Barton, honestly.
Maybe. See, I'm just surprised it says distilling instead of produced. So that's super interesting to me. But maybe I'm not quite up to date on my TTB rules when it comes to saying distilled by... No, it says distilled. It has to be like this company distilled this. Anyways, we don't have an age statement, but supposedly, I think I saw on the website that it's 5 years old. So 5-year-old, 90 proof bourbon for $15 at Trader Joe's. I kind of wish that our Trader Joe's near us sold alcohol or could.
Same.
We like this whiskey. We hope maybe you will too. And until next time, may the winds of fortune sail you.
May you sail a gentle sea.
May it always be the other guy who says,
This drink's on me.